right, y'all. We've got the jumbo crescent rolls today, and we're gonna find the seam, spread it out, and we're gonna lay this down into this casserole greased up dish. Set those off to the side so I can pinch all of this together and spread it on around. Now, if y'all could find where they have the crescent dough, y'all please do yourself a favor and get that instead of these little crescents. All right, after you get this all flattened out, grab yourself some apple pie filling. Now, this is my favorite brand. What brand is this one? It's a Comstock. Y'all, it's got so much of the fruit and not a lot of that juice, but just enough of that good apple pie, basically like a syrup, dressing, jelly, whatever it is. I'm trying to get all this out. Okay, so once we got that one can, what I'm gonna do is just take my little spatula and we're gonna spread this all over. And y'all, we're gonna make it as even as we possibly can before we finish up this good classic dessert with a twist recipe. Now, there might be a little bit of seasoning on it already, but I'm gonna throw on a little dusting of some cinnamon right on top of these apples. And then I'm coming in with some of my caramel bites. Now, I'm gonna try, actually, this is what I'm gonna do so I can control it instead of trying to sprinkle them. But we're just gonna sprinkle them like this, evenly spread out. If they're not even, then y'all, that's okay. We can add more, take some out, whatever it is you want. But these, I always find these in the baking aisle, and y'all, they are good for just almost anything. You just throw it on in there, bake as normal. Perfection, okay? Now let's come back in with some more of these grands. And y'all, we're gonna pop that baby on open just like we like it. Grab that seam again. And then y'all, we're gonna close this off. You know what? We're just gonna put it on down just like this, because it decided to come apart on me like that. And then we'll pinch it all together. Last little section right here. And then I'm just gonna pinch and pinch. And if it don't pinch, then y'all pinch it on the ends, because that's like how we would want the pie. But then in the middle, you know how you can do those fancy pie crusts. Y'all, we just gonna make it pretend like it's a fancy pie crust and just comes in one pattern, zigzag. Okay, beautiful, just like this. All right, now let's go ahead and add a little bit more of these caramels right on top. That way, ooh, these stick. I like the way those stick to that pie topping. And then y'all, a little cinnamon toast crunch, Cinnadust. And this comes out quite heavy, so I'm gonna try and be patient with it and precise. And y'all, I think this is it. We're gonna set our oven now to 375 and bake this baby for 20 minutes. All right, y'all, this is ready. It took about maybe 30 minutes, not just the 20. So just make sure that when you get it out the oven, it is definitely cooked all the way around. All right, this isn't traditional, but y'all, a little cream cheese frosting. You can skip this part out. You can use some powdered sugar and some, you know, water or whatever to make whatever little drizzle or dressing you like. But what I'm gonna do is just use some of this frosting and frosting it all the way over. Now, we also like to skip the frosting part, and y'all add it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. But it's Kaylee's birthday, so this is what she wants as her cake. And so now we're just gonna celebrate and enjoy it together as a family, but not before I try a little piece, don't tell her. We're just gonna kind of get right down into business. Look at that slice of apple pie. You can't get no easier, better than that.